Welcome to another episode of Addicted to News. As we close in on E3, we're hearing plenty of interesting news which we're bringing you today. So Destiny will be the first PS4 game to allow you to preload a digital game before it launches, so when it's out, you can play right away. The ability to do so was launched with PS4's firmware update 1.7. Next up is Google trying to buy Twitch. After a failed bid by Microsoft, Google is trying their hand at getting hold of the service. But due to the fact that Google owns another video service, which is YouTube, the Justice Department may feel that Google is going the anti-competitive route if they were to own multiple video services that operate very similarly. Up now is a tidbit of info on a next-gen Tony Hawk game by the man himself. Tony Hawk replied to a comment on Reddit saying, and I quote, "There is a chance of something in the future for newer consoles. I'm going rogue with information at this point, so I better shut up now." End quote. It definitely is not a bad time for Activision to start thinking of making the game, as there hasn't been many skateboarding games lately, and just the name Tony Hawk seems to have pulled sales in the past, so it should be able to do the same again. Now we move on to news of a new Hitman game for next-gen consoles. Travis at IO on the Hitman forum said there will be a blog post going up before the end of the month with new info. See you then. There was also an open letter to fans stating their intentions of talking about a future AAA Hitman game by the end of 2014. So that brings the likelihood of seeing the new Hitman at E3 to about a 9 out of 10. Now for some Microsoft Xbox One news. So Major Nelson was quoted on saying Microsoft will be doing something at E3 that has never been done before. In a Major Nelson podcast, he himself said it's going to be the first time this has ever been done at E3. Ever. This was later updated by Major Nelson saying he was speaking on a side project he was doing himself. So what this means to gamers will be seen at E3 for sure. Speaking of Xbox One, the console is getting another monthly update in June. This update will include features such as external storage devices, using your real name online, new smart glass features like a digital remote, and apps such as Netflix and Hulu not requiring an Xbox Live Gold subscription to access them any longer. As for external storage, you can use any USB 3.0 drive bigger than 256 gigabytes and plug the drive into any Xbox One and access all of your data as long as you are logged into your Xbox Live profile on that console. On to our next story. The PlayStation Now service from Sony has launched on PS4 in beta form. The service allows you to stream and rent many older games from Sony from a wide variety of platforms. Although the idea sounds great, there are videos online showing that the service is not 100% even on super high-speed connections, so Sony has a lot of work to do still before the service goes public. In other PlayStation news, Sony has filed trademarks for 2 new PlayStation systems. The numbers indicate new models, but not necessarily complete redesigns. Instead, these updates will give both the PS3 and the PS4 revisions that lower power consumption and heat dissipation, as well as reduce the overall manufacturing cost. In our final news story, a Counter-Strike developer let slip that Valve actually is working on a Half-Life 3 as well as Left 4 Dead 3. He's quoted on saying he's seen some concept art in the office for Half-Life 3. There's also documentation that's been leaked that mentions both Half-Life 3 and Left 4 Dead 3, so both games are definitely in some concept form at bare minimal. Stay tuned to the channel for further info and future videos, and don't forget the links to these stories are below in the description. Thanks for watching this episode of Addicted to News. Please like, comment, subscribe, and game on!
Let's go.